Today's video is how to start a bookkeeping business. So I'm going to go through step by step how to get started and lots of great tips and tricks for you guys. Bookkeeping is such an amazing business to start because you can start out charging a pretty high hourly rate. So you can start out charging like $40 an hour. Oh. And then as you gain experience, charge up to $80 or more an hour.
Oh, dang. So let's talk about this for a sec, because this woman here is teaching you how to become a bookkeeper, right? And she has a course that probably teaches you how to do it in less than let's say 30 days or something, which is kind of crazy because if you take an hourly rate and you double it, that gives you roughly the annual salary. So $40 an hour means $80K a year. And then at some point she's saying you get up to $80 an hour and you're getting it essentially $160K a year, which is kind of crazy. Right? We're talking about someone with literally no experience. So I am Joe Siegel. I'm CEO and founder of Greenlight Financial. We are an accounting firm. And I see stuff like this all the time, right? Someone who just kind of jumps in, no experience, and does the bookkeeping. But that's a really dangerous thing because if you think about it, this person has literally no experience doing this before, right? And they kind of take it and think of it as like, oh, we just organize transactions. That's easy, right? It's not hard to do. But if you don't understand like accounting principles or how the tax accountant is using that information to make sure you pay low taxes, or how the CEO is using that to make business decisions, it's like being in a kitchen and literally just taking all of your knives and silverware and all of everything and just throwing it all into one drawer, right? It's like, okay, it's organized, it's in the drawer, but it's not really done well, right? We don't really have that little silverware organizer type thing. But I mean, to me, that's like a very dangerous game. So we're here trying to oversimplify it and trying to essentially do the same thing as getting an outsourced VA, a low cost alternative. But the problem is, again, they don't really understand US-based accounting. So in our company, we have someone that does the bookkeeping who is actually an accountant, but then we also have tiers. So you have someone who's going to overlook them, make sure they've recorded things correctly, make sure they understand the larger mission. And then you have your CFO who understands not only what the owner is trying to accomplish, whether it be, pay the appropriate taxes based on transactions that need to be classed correctly, right? Or just understanding what the mission is and trying to organize things so that the owner can see a snapshot of how their business is doing to maybe increase ad spend or whatever those things are, right? So be careful with stuff like this because there are tons of bookkeepers out there selling you this high cost thing. And it might not seem like high cost, but let's say they say it takes, 3 hours a week to do bookkeeping. So you start to do the math on that and you're like, okay, so now I'm at $500 a month for an entry-level bookkeeper. And like somebody who's never really done this before. And like, that's kind of crazy, right? That's kind of crazy. Or instead, you can have a fractional CFO who does full service accounting, but you've got someone who actually has been in accounting for over 10 years and understands what you're trying to do and understands US-based accounting. So if this is something that you've kind of run into, then reach out to us here at Greenlight. We're here to help. And this is something that we kind of fix all the time. So reach out and we'll help you today. Thanks.